You're such an asshole.
So I totally get this one because I stopped going to anger management in large part because the bullshit ended. I resolved my problems. One of these days it's too long of a story to talk about, but how by controlling everything under my control and maximizing pushing it forward, I resolved all my problems. It's wonderful. And then the problems went away. I solved them, and I wasn't angry no more. So me giving advice about anger is somewhat hypocritical, but having gone down this path and being acutely aware. Oh, I've been angry my entire adult life and for not irrational reasons. But this would be me. So, okay, here I went down my path, right? That was a very meandering, wandering, tortured path. A lot of unnecessary uphills. There's a quicker, more direct route. So if I could get, you're 27, if I could get you to realize the shit that it took me almost to be twice your age to realize, you're going to have a lot easier time than this. It's not going to go up. Don't get me, don't. Man could kill all day and his job wouldn't be done. It will never go away, right? You always going to want to bang girls with big boobs and long hair. That never goes away. But you controlling it and understanding it and taking the most healthy and productive and roots out of it or managing it, then you're good, dude. The next, what are you? You're the next 22 years of your life by the time you become my age can be a lot more enjoyable, a lot less stressful than when I did. All right. So just take this as advice then. Iron, I'm 27, been following your content since middle school. Holy shit, that predates asshole consulting then. You've been a great mentor to me, and I can't thank you enough. My question is this: how do I deal with evil people in the moment? Like you, I would love nothing more than to unalive people that transgress me. It's not even me, just stupid people. All day, like it's a fucking video game. Oh, you really? Try me. Well, this week we'll just promise not to. He can do it. We won't arrest him for murder. This whole week. Oh my God. Why is traffic so much better in this town? Why are there people not shitting in the streets? But we obviously can't do that. I'm in a situation where someone pisses me off. If I'm in a situation where someone pisses me off, what realistic recourse should I take? You said that ignoring these people and letting karma take its course is the best way to do this, but that's easier said than done. At what point is it worth getting into a cursing yelling match? I tend to let things bother me after the fact. I want to figure out ways to not let myself get to that point. I understand conceptually that bad people aren't worth my energy, but it's harder said than done. Please let me know if I'm an idiot and if this doesn't make sense. No, that makes complete sense. So hang on. I'm going to take another note because one just jumped into my mind. Okay. So let's start here. Why does someone piss you off, right? And you say evil people. And I'm going to go along with that, but let's also throw in with evil people who are consciously knowingly doing something bad to other people, evil. Let's throw in clueless or dumb, right? I don't believe the boomer lady who is just stops to talk to her boomer husband in the middle of the doorway to Walmart. They're not malicious. They're just dumb. And then let's also throw in with that group of people. So we got evil, we got dumb, and then I don't know how we would describe this group. Weak or cowards, liars, people who they're not lying themselves. They want to believe in the lie. For example, the fat girl who doesn't want to go to the gym, but will then still insist on finding a man. The idiot who goes to school for a worthless degree and insists the other world and everyone bail them out, give them a job. Like they're living a lie. They're living the liars, right? They're living a lie. They're not liars. They're lying to themselves, but they're living a lie. So you got evil, dumb, and living the lie people. Okay. Now, when it comes to evil, like that's personal, right? That's oh man, yeah. The people are on my kill list, like, you know, magically Cappy gets like there are people who've done things personally to me, right? It wasn't the old grandma Tilly lady not paying attention talking to Herman in the middle of the checkout line, right? And it's not the people who I would grab them by their lapels and shake them like, you're going to lose your foot if you don't lose the weight, you diabetic fuck, right? So the evil people, I get it. But let's look at all three of these categories of group of people, no matter how much they might piss you off, and what is consistent among them. And what you're going to find out is basically they are not living in truth, right? Now, the evil guy might be. That gets into honor, but they're not living in reality. The dumb person doesn't know about reality because they're too lazy and stupid to care, maybe arguably selfish and too lazy to care about other people. The living in the lie, they're avoiding the truth because they don't want to deal with the requirements of work that is required to accept and live within the truth, let alone succeed in the real world. They want to deny reality and live in the little perfect mental state, girly world of Disney fairyland princess. And the evil guy may know what the truth is, but don't give a fuck and is still going to commit evil upon other people. And that person doesn't have honor, right? So they all don't live in the truth. But when it comes to the real evil people, the ones that are probably likely pissing you off, they also don't have honor. I mean, one could argue that evil is the absence of honor or respecting other people, right? We could debate what is evil. I would say evil is causing other people unnecessary, unhelpful, unconstructive pain. Like you're costing them their time, bits of their life somehow, or either by taking it wholly through murder or stealing it because you're a welfare bum and you don't want to work for a living, right? Or they're just trying to piss you off for no reason. Like you kick someone in the shin, yeah, they have the right to become evil to her. That's just self-defense at that point. But I'm going to assume that's the one that really pisses you off. There's no honor in that. And whereas, let's just remove instances like where it's immediate, it's upfront, and now you got a self-defense issue. Let's just assume someone sabotages your work at work. Okay, it's pretty fucking evil. Or somebody steals your girl. That's pretty fucking evil. All right. In any instances, whether it's evil, dumb, or not living in the real world, they do not live with honor. They have no honor, and all of them are not living in truth. Right. So what this means to you, and for those of you like, man, I understand with my bare fucking hands every fucking day. I get it, guys. I get it. But here's what I want you to think about. What if you were to live with honor and live in truth? I don't mean to say this is some hokey Eastern philosophy type of thing. All right. But what if no matter what, you're going to be an honorable man or a woman and you're going to live in reality? Well, what that means is anybody that comes across you that does not live in reality, does not abide by truth, and does not have honor and therefore committing evil, for a general if-then statement. What that means is, yes, they're going to piss you off. Yes, they're going to violate, cause evil, slow down, perturb society. But it does mean you're on the right side of, I would say, society, but let's just say reality. All right. Society and reality, right? You are congruent with the real world. And people who are not congruent with the real world, living a lie, or unaware of the real world, being dumb, or consciously go against other people, being evil, dude, are you more powerful than all of humanity, all the humans in the world, and reality? See, in other words, how do you let the anger go? You got to realize that the way to let the anger go is to make sure that you are correct, you are right, you are honorable, maybe not the greatest person ever, but you are not in the wrong. And therefore, anyone that comes across you who pisses you off, violates you, commits evil, is dishonorable, means that they are going to be going up against reality and all of humanity. And that's where you got it. This is, dude, no one explained karma to me this way. And this is what it is. It's just fucking worthless parents and adults. Hey, he's got to get his in his day. That still doesn't make up for the fact that I had to take on 3 people, all of which who were bigger than me, because whatever, I didn't wear the right shirt. That doesn't feel good or explain it right as a kid. But take a look at 3 people that would go 3-on-1, all bigger against a smaller kid. That's fucked up. That's pretty evil. You know who doesn't tolerate that? The rest of the world. Oh, public schools might, your corporate environment, it might be tolerated. But over the long term, there are 2 tremendously powerful forces, way more powerful than you, that these people are going up against. And all you got to do, all you got to do is step the fuck out of the way. All right? Because there's no way you're going to cause these people more trouble than the enemies they just made out of reality and the rest of society, right? Let's say I got all these different stories. There was like the classic big bully in our high school. Teachers didn't do anything. I think the teachers masturbated to the guy because like, oh my God, he's a horrible person. We hate the student. Teachers just love the bullies. The guy, I wanted to figure out what happened to him later on. This guy lasted 4 years out of high school and he got killed. I'd have to go find the death report or what, but I think he ran into someone a bit bigger, or someone who just had a gun, or someone who had a bad day. He's dead. Sometimes people in reality will kill your enemy for you because their behavior is so egregious, so violating against other people. They'll die in a shootout. Cops will get them. All right. Can you do that? What would you do? Right? You're in the heat of the moment. You're very angry. What are you going to do? Yell at him? All right. You piss the guy off a little bit. The baby boomers, they all convene at the big aisles, the big main through aisles at Walmart. You're going to yell at them? What are you going to do? Maybe make their day bad for half a day? Do you know how dumb and how hard it? Think of it as being mentally handicapped. Okay, classic example. I'm trying to drive in South Dakota. Our special needs people in South Dakota, we call them Nebraskans because they come up from Nebraska. They drive so fucking dumb and slow, and they're always old people. So I remember a lady just stopping in a main road, not the interstate, but, sizable road. Like, lady, go. Like, this is dangerous. She's looking. They don't pull off to the side. They don't have sides in Nebraska. In the middle of the fucking road. And I got real pissed off. Ram, choke. Right? That's what you want to do. And then I just thought, what's it like for this lady for the rest of her life? Like, how hard is it for this woman to go to the fucking post office? How hard is it for her to order food? Because you and me and everybody else has got an IQ of like 90 plus. We know not to stop in the road. That person is so dumb, along with the rest of the baby boomers, to just stop in aisles. They're unaware. Not only is reality going to mow them down, if they're unaware of being simply polite or civil, or aware of others aren't going to help them out. Others are going to run right over them. Now, you might get an evil person run across a dumb person who does ram Grandma Tilly off the road in road rage. You get that happening. I'm sorry, do you want to ram Tilly off the road? I mean, yeah, I know you would, but there's tremendous legal consequences to that. Somebody else might do it for you and go to jail in your stead. Tilly will be rammed off the road. Tilly will get her justice, I guess. But you don't have to do that. In other words, if you are an honorable man and you live in reality, the best thing for you to do is okay, let me even get behind that. If you are an honorable man and you're living in reality, it is a guarantee the people that are pissed you off are either evil or dumb or living a lie, which I think all 3 are worthy of punishing. But because they're evil, dumb, or living a lie, they are going to run into right head smack into the brick wall of reality and all the other people that don't tolerate evil behavior. And that is going to be way more punishing than what you can do. So the thing for you guys to do is to say, am I going to be honorable? Am I going to be aware? Am I going to live in reality? And if I am, that I am the one who figures it out. I am the magnifying glass. I identify the people through just living through life. Like, that's not acceptable. That's evil. I know I'm honorable. You're a piece of shit. And if you do that, you don't have to do anything, man. Because the real world is going to do your pain and punishment for them, and way more than you could ever possibly do in 5 minutes of yelling or even a fist fight, which ends up you going to jail or having an increased risk of it. And to give you the idea just how punishing the real world is, let me give you an idea. None of us here like Kathleen Kennedy. If you don't know who she is the head of Lucas Studios at Disney. She's the one who is responsible for ruining Star Wars and having Phoebe Waller-Ridge peg Indiana Jones on the latest Indiana Jones movie. Right? Now, Disney has lost in these movies, depending on how you want to, Marvel, by the way, too. Depending on how you want to measure it, how far back do you want to go? Do you want to include the Avengers and all that? But it comes to Lucas, Star Wars and Indiana Jones Lucasfilms, it's over. They lost about $1 billion, I believe, in 2023. That's just cash losses. And then I think they paid $4 billion for Lucasfilms. Who's going to pay $4 billion for that now? So one would say they wasted another $4 billion on a brand that they shat all over, and now they can't sell. They can't get their money back on that. So let's say a $5 billion cash loss. Kathleen Kennedy, in those regards, depending on how you want to measure it, cost Disney multiple billions of dollars. Let's put it that way. I think that's a simpler, more truthful statement. Buddy, let's say you and I go to Disneyland and you and I want to wreak havoc and get revenge against Kathleen Kennedy for making woke leftist horse shit and ruining our childhood, some cherished aspect of our childhood. Buddy, I couldn't do $4 billion worth of damage. Could you? What could we possibly do? What? I mean, I've even thought about, like, what if you gave me an M1 Abrams tank and we cleared all the people out of the Disney park? Like, get all the people out. We're not here to murder anyone. Get all the families out. And then as a video game, you just went in and just started blasting shit away. There's a scene from Kelly's Heroes, which is a World War II movie. It's a bunch of Shermans, and they come through the railroad take, and they come upon a German encampment, and they just start blasting away at this encampment. I don't know, man. You can give me an M1's Abrams tank with a full load of ammunition. I don't think I could cause $4 billion worth of damage to that park. I don't think it would come any. I don't think I would be more than 100 million. In other words, Kathleen Kennedy, she's probably evil, dumb, and not living in reality. I think she's a combination of all three. She has malice. She wants to punish you people for liking you. Boys, we're going to show you. But she's dumb. And then not living in reality, obviously. That person in that position wreaked way more damage upon a company and her own reputation than any one thing any one person could ever do. Do you see what I'm saying? These people will cause themselves way more death, not because it's them, but they're going up against reality. I could give you other stuff. Dude, I've looked up people in the past. This one guy, he started a fight with me as an adult. I can't say who or what. I don't want you guys looking him up. Well, and legit, like evil, fucking evil. This wasn't like in middle school. This is like a full-grown adult, like, and not a young adult either. I looked this guy up. Fucking drug arrests and convictions. He is piss shit poor. divorced, of course. And then I find out that he came this close. He got in an accident because he rode his motorcycle, probably like a fucking douche canoe. Oh, total dude, bro, by the way. Total fucking dude, bro. And you look at this guy now. His life not only sucked, but it's over. It's over. I don't think he can walk straight ever. I mean, he's got a limp. But he's not running no marathons. Broken family, kids hang out with them, but he's still getting arrested. I think in his 40s. Yeah, his guy's got to be in his 40s now, mid-even 40s. Guy's still getting arrested for drugs. No money. This guy's got no fucking money. His career doesn't exist. You can find him on LinkedIn. Did I do that? Could you do that? Could you put a guy in the fucking hospital? I couldn't do it. Could you get him divorced? I couldn't do that. But reality did. And reality put him in that place because he dared to go against reality. He lived without honor. Some girl married him, spat out a couple kids. Can't imagine. Or maybe they didn't spit out kids. Maybe she just had the kids. I don't know. But they're living the lie. Oh, he's hot. That's all that matters in life. He was a good look. Emphasis on was a good looking man. Now he ain't no more. So she's hot, got big tits, bro. Oh, wow. That ended up in divorce. Divorce has got to be, that alone has got to be a tremendous blow. I've never been divorced. I've seen it. I don't want no part of it. Holy shit. I could have this guy for a week chained in a basement and couldn't cause him the damage and the pain that he's caused himself. All I have to do is step out of the way. That's it, man. All I have to do is step out of the way. Another one. You want another one? So, a gal who was an enemy of mine who wanted to commit evil against me. That's all I can leave it at. That's all I can leave it at, man. I can't say any more than that. Well, wonder whatever happened to that gal. I looked her up. Was getting evicted out of her home and had to GoFundMe to raise money. And this gal is older than me. She should be of the age of get your shit together, retirement. Oh, no, not this is your classical, but I'm a fixed income. An evil person. Fucking evil. And I recall she had a husband at that time. No husband now. But evil people are always trying to fuck over other people. And that includes their employers. That includes your friends. No honor among thieves. And it got so bad that after, 65 years of life, she was about retirement age. There she is. I'm getting evicted. Well, maybe if you weren't an evil person, you'd have a community, you'd have a family, you'd have a career. Oh, and I knew the job she was trying to work was a work avoidant job. And totally having to have fancy vehicles. Oh, the fucking posers. I guess there was a little bit of dubroette in her as well. I don't know where she is now. This is like 4 years ago. I looked that shit up. I'm like, oh my God. Could you wreak that havoc? Could you make someone a 65-year-old spinster who's alienated herself out of her family, her friends, her loved one, because at the end of the day, she's just a thief and doesn't want to work, has got to pose, bro? And now you don't have a place to live when you're 65? Fuck, man! The real world is vicious, evil shit. And people, you know how people punish you the most? They did this back in, you're dishonorable. You're going to treat people like shit. They'd excommunicate you. They'd banish you. And you're like, well, that's not too bad. I guess I go, yeah, and the creatures would get you, or the bandits, or the warlords. It was a death sentence. You're banished from the kingdom. Oh, shit, you're dead. You actually needed humans. That's kind of what she has today, but I guess she gets government checks now. Well, who's talking to her? I mean, the ironic sense. You guys get all pissed off about left. Left to steal your money. That's what they do. They're parasites. Yeah. I'm not slamming on you leftists. That's what you all want. You want more of other people's money all the time. You're parasitic. How many people out there who are leftists, because they are lazy, they are evil, they don't want to work, they want to take other people's money, because of that trait, it ruins all the potential. You don't even form friendships. You just have alliances with other equal whiny, complaining, parasitic leftists. And how fucking interesting are your friends? Oh, I want more free people shit too. I want other people to, I'm entitled. I'm oppressed. I'm a victim. You don't have any friends. I mean, there's no honor among leftists. Absolutely none whatsoever. And so you don't have love. You don't have family. You don't have friends. You don't have a community except for a bunch of equally whiny, complaining people. All you guys, your government check. And in that sense, the government check just keeps you alive long enough to suffer more pain and ostracization for society. Oh, yeah, you're around. You're around people. Sure, there's people there. But you're lonely. Look at the homeless person, always begging. And like, well, your tribe is a bunch of other lice-infected homeless people who are like probably stab you for the money. You're alone. And the only way you're kept alive is through government aid. And that just makes sure you're alive to suffer the pain some more. And then your entire life, can you think of a worse punishment? Your entire life, no one wants anything to do with you. And you get to go hang out with other homeless people, which you're never trusting because they're all trying to screw you over, because the universal trait that unites you is your supreme laziness to the point you're willing to parasite other people. No one will invest with you. Not worth anything anyway. Oh, some liberal white women with their sociology degree because they get government money. Oh my God, we're helping the poor. I feel so good about myself, said the liberal arts major, only to keep you alive longer for you just to suffer more. And so that is how honor and truth is your weapons of revenge. If you are honorable and you live in reality, you abide by the truth. Anyone who, by definition, those who assault you or aggravate you or piss you off or is some kind of offense to you, they have to be either dishonorable, living a lie, or dumb. And those are three big-ass motherfucking trains that are coming down that track. They're going to fuck them up. You just got to step away from the thing, right? Because if you're fighting with someone on the railroad track, now you're in jail. But I did the judge who doesn't give a fuck about you, who's more politically motivated, won't care. They're going to throw you in jail, right? Just like the teachers always side with the bullies. Teachers are scum. Don't fucking leave. Fucking leave. Even if school is the issue, like, because this is common, you run into bullies, like, just leave the school. But then I'll get with the truancy officer and I'll have absentee. Oh, well, I guess you don't stay in a bad, dangerous situation just because the teacher's in the fucking rule. I don't care if it's against the law. Fuck you. It's dangerous here. You teachers you go up to the bullies and say, can you sign my poster review? I keep you up in my bedroom at night. What teachers do, because they're scum. Get the fuck out of there. And you really, isn't it interesting how the bullies stop bullying once they're out of high school? Like, once you're an adult and go into the real world, all of a sudden that shit ends real quick. And if you do, you end up dead at a bar fight. You just you be honorable. You live in the real world. Anyone that comes across you otherwise, they're in violation of reality and honor. And they're trying to fuck people over and they're trying to live a lie. Just step away, man. Step away. Right? You smile and wave, boys. Smile and wave. The girl who's got attitude and lip, I don't need no shit, bee boo boo bee bobby bobby boo. And I'm gonna major in women's studies. And I don't need no man. Have you seen a happy feminist? There's another example. Talk about living a lie. Don't need no man. Men are oppressing. We hate men. And they even lie to themselves. We don't need men. That's a lie. That's another lie you tell on top of all the other lies. Look, be honest. Say you hate men. It's okay. We don't care, because who's gonna marry them? Who wants to invest in them? They don't have a skill or a trade. That's why they always need more government, disproportionately men's taxpayer money to support them with their bullshit PhDs. And I'm a professor of gender studies. You think any of them have? Could you imagine anyone trying to be like form friendships with these people, even in their own field? guys, oh, Nancy Pelosi's a millionaire. Has that woman smiled? You think, what's her name? Hillary Clinton is happy? Oh, Christ. And that's where vengeance is mine, saith the Lord. It isn't the Lord. It's the laws of physics. It's the fact that if you're an asshole, society will not have anything to do with you. And a lot of times, especially if you're like in the criminal class or the lower classes, some people are going to fucking punch you and beat you up, sometimes kill you. You just gotta step away, let reality beat the fucking shit out of these people for decades. Because pride gets in the way, and I'm not wrong, the world's wrong. Okay, the world's going to keep fucking beating you up. And then all you got to do is come back and visit them. Like every 10 years. Like, oh, wow, look at that fuck up. Oh, look at her. 65. Homeless. No one. No, I got to go out to buy. I need to go fund me. No one is there to help. Oh, God, she's probably 70 now. Oh, my God. And you know what? It frees up so much time, man. It frees up so much time because then you don't worry about you go do something else. And that's the other thing is like in times past, you probably couldn't look this shit up, but now we got social media. You can find these people. You can find them. I hope they get their just. I understand the desire to see revenge enacted. Just give it some time. Give it a little bit of time, man. 1, 2 things happens. 95% of the time, they don't change their way because they're prideful and their lives get fucked up. But every once in a while, there's a 5% chance that they turn their lives around. They actually kind of become good people and become congruent with honorable behavior and living in reality. But that rarely happens. You could just watch it, man. You just don't. Those who lie with dogs catch fleas. If you're rolling around with a pig in a mud, it's hard to tell who's the pig and who's the human. Just let them be. You know, all these weird woke people on social media, go look at them. When you look at their profiles, which rarely do they have an actual picture of themselves up. They have a picture of an anime avatar up or a cat or something. Then you know they're fat and ugly. Go look at any of these people. All right, here. You want another one? We could keep on going. BioWare, right? The video game company that created a Veilguard, which is a woke leftist, just provocative piece of shit game. Look at all the people who work on that on their profiles, whether it's LinkedIn or whatever. They are not smiling. They're pissed off that Veilguard isn't selling. They're pissed off you normies aren't buying their shit. And then they also get to now they're doing this to you. They are doing that to you. That is exactly what they're doing. They're trying to provoke you and agitate you. And you're like, okay, well, I'm not buying your shit. That's just reality, the free market speaking. They're all pissed off now. It's confusing, but not my concern. You know what else is going to happen? They're going to lose their fucking jobs because you can't lose $100 million, $150 million, $200 million per video game. You can't. What, you think Rachel Zegler's ever going to be hired for anything ever again? Look her up. Talky talk. the most expensive mouth in Hollywood history, probably, in terms of how much money she's going to cost Disney. Oh my God, I can't believe Rachel Zegler said the thing. Just step away, man. Let her live her delusion. Let her see what happens. Jaguar, right? I mean, really, you look at I found out CEO. Oh, yeah, complete pansy, weak man. Just a sad, pathetic. He's not a man. He's just this weak, pathetic, obedient little nerd. Really, do I say that? Having been a nerd myself, I look at that guy. I'm like, yeah, no wonder you didn't stand up to the woke. You think, oh my God, popular thing now, conformist. And they come out with shit. It's anti-Western civilization. It's anti-male. They're going to say it's not. It is. They're doing this to you again. They're telling you to fuck off. And in a very passive-aggressive Minnesota nice way, they're doing this. Oh, I didn't tell you to fuck off. I just did this. Can a person do this? I'm not touching you. I'm not touching you. I'm not touching your eye. I'm not touching you, said Jaguar. Well, okay, we can yell and scream at them. What are you gonna? I think they have multiple tens of billions in sales. I don't think they have 100 billion in sales. think it's tens of billions they have in sales. I could be wrong, so look it up. No one's going to buy there. No one, the real world, the real economy is going to reject whatever new Jaguar they're coming out. No one's going to buy it. Can you cost them tens of billions of dollars per year in lost money? I couldn't steal tens of $billions a year. I couldn't steal multiple tens of billions. Like I couldn't steal $30 billion from a company in 1 year, let alone the next 10, because that's how long it's going to take them to recover from this bullshit. Could you have cost Bud Light, what is it, $2 billion in sale a year? I can't wreak that damage, but they can wreak it upon themselves. And so all you got to do, man, just step back. And that's why. So this is all you. It's all in your head. Am I an honorable person? Am I living the truth? Then I just got to step away from this because that person is not by virtue of their actions. And that means guarantee life is going to come in and kick their ass. You just got to make sure you don't get involved in it. And then 5 years go by, look them up on social media if you'd like. Right? So there, maybe that philosophy, that approach helps. However, if it's in the here and now, like someone's attacking you, that's just self-defense and other stuff. And there you gotta really know to walk away. Especially at your age, you guys still got testosterone. Someone's gonna fight over some woman or everything like that. I get a perfect example is you got your woman with you, guys hitting on her. Do you go in there like, stop talking to my woman? Some ways you might, maybe, because your woman's kind of waiting for you to do that. So that's what, but let's say she decides to go with him or starts flirting with him. And all you got to do is like, you want to talk to him or me? Because it's really the girl who's making the choice. What? You could talk to him or you could talk to me. You can't do both. You want to talk to him? That's cool. I'm taking off. Right? Otherwise, you're going to politely tell him that you and I are on a date tonight. But you got to be outcome independent. Like, go ahead, make your choice. All right. But I'm not going to be around here for this. If it's at work, again, you got to play heavy defense at work. You got to play a lot of defense at work. And going into like, what was it? The battle was already decided before it happened. Like, this is why your old battle generals would choose the field very, very wisely. They wouldn't just rush into a battle. Like, no, we got to wait for the sun. Okay, what's the water, the ground conditions like, things like that. Same thing with a career. You go into an office, you go into a job. Dude, I'll never again go work for someone else unless I'm like, no, I got my CPA or I'm a surgeon. I walk in, you need me more than I need you. So we're going to cut the bullshit. Like you can't enact evil upon me. You can't act dishonorable around me. You can't be dumb or just living a lie around me because someone's life is on the line and I'm your man. So, okay, you're the manager or whatever of the hospital, but I'm the brain surgeon you need. So we're going to have a little more equal understanding here. And if you don't like it, that's fine. I'll go somewhere else. But you gotta walk in before you step foot on that battlefield. You gotta make sure you are the fucking man of the hour. They need you. And then you avoid evil because, oh yeah, corporate America. Oh yeah, there's going to be evil people, dumb people, and people are living lives, grandiose assholes. And if they're your boss, you're fucked. You're just fucked. So, all right, there we go. Did we learn something? Link below. 2 philosophical books to help you guys with your anger. One is called Sanity is the Future of Wealth. It's a very, very short read. It was actually just an essay I wrote. No one read it. So I said, fuck it. So I took it off the website and then I just made it. People get to pay for it. And then also I have linked below is Turd Flinging Monkeys, The Way of Monkey book, which is a great book. It's the modern day Stoic book. I would read that before I'd read Meditations by Marcus Aurelius because it's more modern. Not to say Marcus Aurelius Meditations does not apply today, but The Way of Monkey book I think is very germane to today's time. All right. Do we have some super chats? We do. Dre, $2, but Tradcon say, spread thy cheeks to the enemies. Yes, Christians and Tradcons just, oh my God, forgive. And no, we need some of them Jesus with the whip going into the temple and beating the shit out of bankers type of Christians. You need some vengeance as my I want a little more angry Christians. I want a little more angry Christians. My truth, the king. $2. My ears were ringing. Did someone say my truth? Yeah, think about that. The really weak and cowardly people like my truth. Okay, all right, you could call your delusion whatever you want, but reality ain't going to give a shit. Think of all the fat women thought they were entitled to Mr. Perfect. I want to know, fat ladies, how's your love life going? Is it working out? How's your truth, huh? You'd say, I might believe this. And if you people don't believe the same, then you all hate women. I guess we all hate women then. Yep, that must be it. Yep. I'm glad. Let's say we all did. Are you getting dates now? Oh, you're not? Ah. Dude, especially modern day America, there's so many people living lies. So many people. Just let them. Burbshide, 5 Australian. Most people rely on cliches, assumptions, and blissful ignorance to navigate their way through life because it's easier than objective thinking. Yep. Well, we all fell for that, right? Just be yourself and be a sensitive 90s man. I mean, this was back in my day. Oh, my God. And we love doing it deep down inside because, oh, yeah, I don't have to go to the gym. I don't have to do anything hard. I just have to be me. That's great. You know what? I'm really good at being me. Matter of fact, it's one of the best things I'm good at. Watch me be me. Oh, my God. He really is him. Check out this guy. He's himself more than anyone else I've ever seen. Oh, he is him. Wow. Dre, $2. Honor died on the beach. Goes to Shishima. Yeah, and even that guy now mouthing off like, oh, God. Like, the actor who played Jin Sakai. All you had to do, man, was shut up. You just had to shut up. Now he opened his mouth about Trump. There will be multi-million-dollar. I can't open my mouth and cost someone millions of dollars, let alone make someone millions of dollars. He can, and he did. And he cost his company, not to mention him, several $1 million at least. Because now I'm not going to buy Ghost of Tsushima 2 if they ever come out with it. Oh, Mr. Coffee, $5. Give us specific examples of living in truth and living in evil. All right. Living in, well, let's do 3. You say living in evil. I'm trying to narrow down your question. Here's living in evil. Oh, well, she might actually believe her own bullshit. Here, I speculate is an example of the same person living in truth, but also living in evil. That would be the economist, douche canoe. Looks like Squirm. What is his name? Not Robert Reich. Paul Krugman. Paul Krugman, I think, knows exactly what he's doing. He's aware of the truth and he lives the truth. Maybe in his personal life. But his evil is him lying about economics. Now, there are economists out there who actually believe the bullshit Marxist leftist horseshit they want to write. I think Paul Krugman doesn't believe anything here. Well, maybe he believes some of the stuff he writes, but the thesis or I think he's purposely writing things left-leaning, upper-class people like to read in the New York Times, and so he will skew the economics to make it fit people's narratives so they give him money. He doesn't care that a lot of people would listen to him. Some politicians and policymakers might execute policy based on his writings. He doesn't care. He's getting his money. Now, his punishment, I don't know. I'm not saying it's perfect. Some people do get off scot-free. I don't know. I think him living the truth, he knows it. So in his personal life, maybe he does make wiser choices with people. I don't know. But that's an example of someone living the truth, living evil. Living in truth would be an engineering major or an accounting major. I know I need the hard truth is I got to do something hard to make money. So I'm going to major in engineering. Living a lie is, I like children. Oh, no. The real conversation is, boy, I don't like math. I don't want to work hard. So I'm a major in early childhood education, and hopefully a rich man will marry me. That's living a lie. But I don't want to do anything hard, so I'm sure the fuck not going to stay in shape, right? So I am avoiding hard work in my career. I'm certainly not going to hit the treadmill. I'm still going to hope for a rich man to bail me out. I give you, 70% of American school teachers who are not wealthy and have no man because they believe Lizzo is big and beautiful. And then living dumb, baby boomers, if you can't park the car, where am I? Who am I? Oh, I'm going to stop. All right. Oh, hi, Herman. Let's stop in front of everybody right here, right now. Like, you're that dumb and not paying attention. I guarantee you're the one that falls for the mail scam. Oh, hey, sign up now, or otherwise you're going to lose your. Oh, I signed away my life to some guy over in the Philippines. He said he's got insurance for me. Oh my God. What do you mean the sheriff is kicking me out, not paying my taxes? That kind of thing. So those are the kind of the 3 examples. Ken Rose, $2. Thanks, Ken. Mark Magana, $5. Stopping in aisles is a boomer thing. More evidence they're selfish and self-centered. World War II generation did not do this. They just went slow due to age. Right. There's a difference. There is a difference. I've seen it, man. Happening at Menards. Happening over at Walmart. Like, okay, guys, fuck. Hang on. There's some ammo at Walmart. Stay here. Ken, $5. Nothing is worse than Florida drivers. I would gladly take the Nebraska ones any day. Yeah, Florida. It's been a while since I've been driving in Florida. God, the last time I was driving in Florida, I think I was riding my motorcycle. I bought it in Sarasota and rode it all the way. I rode it all the way to Mexico, then San Diego, then Vegas. Out of all that drive, the most dangerous part was getting from Sarasota past Tallahassee because of all the Florida old people drivers. Holy shit. Holy shit. Your resident male cheerleader, $2. Boomers not retiring, not getting hired is coming. That sounds like a them problem. It really does. You know what they need to do, your resident male cheerleader? When they're not getting hired, what they need to do is they need to pull themselves up by the bootstraps. Okay? They just need to buckle up. Buckle up and buck up. Oh, you'll land on your feet. You'll land on your feet. Mm-hmm. Not going to fucking help you, but you'll land on it. Oh, he's smart. He'll figure it out. What do you mean, my third divorce? What? Generation Apollo, $5. Aging boomer narcissists will become more obnoxious and dangerous as society stops catering to their behavior. Example, the Gary Peacock incident. I don't know that, but I'll give you another one. Here you got some immigrant. Look, immigrant comes to the United States and you wipe asses. I'm sure it's not a glorious job. I'm sure you're probably not super happy to be there. But could you imagine some of these boomers in the nursing homes, how disrespectful and mean they are? And then they're, elderly abuse in the nursing homes. I'm like, yeah, really? Like, the orderly just decided to have a bad day, right? Oh God, I wish I could say it. Rarely is there just, when it comes to a fight or an assault, rarely does someone just go in there and punch someone. There's usually some kind of provocation going on. It's not, I don't just walk down the street. There's this person across the street, looks like he's having a good day. I'm going to go over there and kick him in his shins. Rarely doesn't happen. But yeah, I can't think of anything where you're not visited in a nursing home. You're left there to die. And then now all of a sudden your bedpan isn't being changed. You're wallowing literally in your own filth. Come on, baby, light my fire. Mark Magana, $5. For females in my life, my barber, waitress, ex-girlfriend, and housekeeper all voted Trump this time and had never voted Republican before. Wow. All said because of inflation. The irony is Trump caused most of that inflation. I'll be honest. Shows you what happens when they're, I'll tell you, hey, a win's a win. Girls want to be ignorant about economics. Well, for once, it should go our way. And Mark, again, $2. Women don't like paying more for their dumb stuff. well, you know what, Mark? Funny you mentioned that, because open right now for enrollment is Achieving Minimalism Theory and Practice. That is open for enrollment now on Teachable. So if you search Achieving Minimalism Theory and Practice, Teachable, you'll find it on my channel or school or platform over there on Teachable, and they could take that course. And yet they all voted. You voted for the party that wanted to make free shit for everyone. And you didn't realize that in making free shit for everyone, people would work less. And you don't know, but when you work less, that means there's less stuff, which also causes inflation. Do they think there's just these government financed factories in the skies that shit out goods and services, and that human labor, like this whole working thing, is just an unnecessary burden we do for shits and giggles? Do they realize that there's a production aspect to the, never mind. All right, there you guys go. Questions, answers, assholeconsulting.com. See you guys later.